In today's video, I'm going to get sparkly and I'm going to use embossing powders today to make Christmas sentiments. So stay tuned. Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be making Christmas sentiments. I've got a 2-inch circle here. And I've got my embossing powders. This is a beautiful kind of an olivey green. I've got 2 different kinds of those. I have silver and gold recollections. And I have red. This is from Ranger. I have my embossing buddy, and I have my clear sticky ink, Versamark. And I have my tweezers to hold it so I don't burn myself. And I have my heat gun. And this is a little spoiler alert to what I'm going to use to make the cards. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and use my embossing buddy first before I use my stamp. This is my Holly Jolly Wishes. And I'm going to be using Merry Christmas to You because it's big. It fits perfectly in that 2-inch. Make sure it's not. Yeah, it's got a little bit of red on it. Let's get that off. All right. And we're going to use, this is going to enable the embossing powder to stay where I want it. And the embossing buddy also gets rid of any static so that hopefully the powder won't go where I don't want it, if that makes sense. But it's a little bit red, so I'm going to have to take care of that. But let's go ahead and use the red embossing powder. Now, I have this. That way it's going to catch on my embossing powder, and so I can put it back in the jar. This stuff will last a very long time. Let's just leave it on there a minute and then tap it off. And there we have it. Very, very faint areas. You can always use a small brush. So let's go ahead and put this back. Oops, and of course, yes, I'm gonna make a mess, but that's easily cleaned up. Don't worry about that later. So now I'm going to grab this with my tweezers, turn on my heat gun, well, I have heat embossed and heat embossed, and I cannot tell if it's melted or not. But it still looks pretty. It's red tinsel. Plus it's older, so I don't know, it's just not melting. But it looks pretty. So we'll go with that. I'm going to go ahead and clean off this stamp, and we'll do some other ones. Put this one aside. And We have our green. The paper that I'm going to be using later for the cards is this. There's some olive green in there, so I'm going to use that. Got kind of a dark olive and a light olive. So again, I'm going to get out my embossing buddy. Okay, that's still a little bit red, but we'll see. Isn't that pretty? We may get the same effect as last time, I don't know. Beautiful. Boop. Well, okay. If that happens and you accidentally slough some off, you just go back in and cover it up again. And then this time I'll be careful and not drop it. Okay, there we go. Now that my heat gun is hot, that might make a difference. Let's see. Pretty much have the same effect here. It does seem to be a little bit more melted, but still more glitter than melted. But it's pretty. Let's go on. I've used silver before, so I'm pretty sure this will look great. So let's use our embossing buddy. There. Okay, now silver. This is Recollections, as was the green. The green was also Recollections. Let it sit for a minute. Beautiful. Okay. Yep, it's starting to turn already. Wow. Look at that. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Yep. Beautiful. That one went quickly. Now let's try the gold. Embossing buddy. Sometimes I forget to do that.